In this video, I'm going to discuss an email that was just sent out to all residential care homeowners here in the state of Arizona from Arizona Department of Health Services, actually telling us about something that I covered in a couple videos. So if you're interested, make sure to stick around. What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that each and every single one of you have shown this channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you have not yet, feel free to check out the God Made podcast. Also, feel free to check out Legion Assisted Living Academy and Legion Assisted Living Advisors in the links down below. Also, you'll find my business email down below if you have any questions for me or about anything regarding the Legion Assisted Living Academy. Feel free to email me. And without further ado, let's go ahead and actually jump into the topic of this video. Now, a couple videos ago, I actually talked about what residential care homeowners are doing that is actually hindering their success and actually getting through this really tough time that we're all going through due to the pandemic. And that is not the problem is that they're not allowing visitors into the home, period. Back in March, the state of Arizona actually implemented a mandate to have all visitors not going into these facilities and not going into the care homes. And due to that, the state of Arizona had to implement a couple policies and a couple policies and procedures to allow visitors into these care homes, right? And they did set up those policies and procedures, which I did talk about in a couple videos ago regarding these policies. And still, care homeowners decided to not allow families to visit their loved ones. What had happened was that these family members, right, decided to actually contact Arizona Department of Health Services and start filing complaints against these care homes who were not allowing them to visit their loved ones. And I will show you a screenshot right up here of these care homes, the Department of Health Services sending all the care homes this email stating that there have been complaints filed and that they will be investigating these care homes who have not been allowing visitors and following these policies that they purposely put in place to allow families to visit their loved ones. The biggest one that I think a lot of these care homes aren't willing to do, and I understand because it is something that's going to cost the families some money to get done, is the COVID testing that needs to be not much older than 48 hours, right? No longer than 48 hours. It has to be done within 48 hours of them visiting the facility. So every time that they're coming, they're going to have to present a test that is no later than 48 hours old. And for some family members, they don't want to do that. And some care homeowners still feel like that is a hassle to have to keep track of, especially if they have multiple care homes. And because of that, I think a lot of care homeowners are still telling families, hey, you guys are not allowed to come to the care home. And I think those families are complaining. And I think DHS also is letting them know that this is the policies that they need to go through in order to visit. And I'm sure they've asked families, have the care homeowners mentioned this to you? Have they been telling you any of this? And I'm sure they haven't. And Department of Health Services already backed up as it is due to this whole pandemic and pushing back inspections that need to be done on a yearly basis. And so I'm sure they're just overloaded with all kinds of issues. And I'm sure if these care homeowners, some of them aren't allowing families, I'm sure there's stuff happening within those care homes that they do not want families to be aware of, and therefore there may be some negligence, there may be some things happening, and no one is keeping track of what's happening to these residents in those homes. And I'm sure they're starting to get a lot more complaints and a lot more things filed against these homes that they're going to need to follow up with, because the number one thing for DHS is the safety of the residents, right? APS and DHS, Adult Protective Services, and Department of Health Services is to protect the residents and make sure that they're getting the care that they need and deserve in these homes. And so I'm sure those come way before any yearly inspection that needs to be done. I'm sure they're following up with all these complaints, and I'm sure there's a lot more complaints being filed right now. Well, because families want to go visit, they can't go visit, they don't know why they can't go visit. If they call their loved ones, I'm sure there's something that the loved ones are complaining about. I'm sure there's something that's happening that they're not aware of. And so that is just a trickling effect on to everything else that could possibly be going on. And I just would like to say that a lot of these care homeowners, when I made that video that I made a couple weeks ago, I sort of foresaw this coming. I said that these care homeowners need to allow their loved ones to get back into the facilities and let them visit with their loved ones. And Arizona Department of Health Services has done what they can to give you policies to follow through on your care home to be able to allow visitors. And as a care homeowner, if you're still not allowing families to come into your home and hindering them from coming into your home, that's a problem. And it's now become a problem to where there's complaints being filed and DHS is having to investigate all these care homes that are having these complaints filed against them, which are most likely these care homes who are not allowing visitors. And there's a lot of reasons why care homeowners would not want visitors, right? Especially if they don't have the proper staff in place, if the proper care is not in place. There's a lot of reasons why care homeowners would do that. And they need to be more aware of what's going on. And hopefully once all these care homeowners who weren't allowing visitors saw that email, and I'm sure they're going to be getting a visit soon from Department of Health Services and probably even Adult Protective Services, just to make sure that they're doing everything they need to do in their facility and making sure that everyone's being taken care of. This whole pandemic is new to everybody across the board, everybody from care homeowners to caregivers to DHS to APS to residents' families. The whole country, it's affected everybody, and everyone is just trying to figure it out. Nobody's got it down to a T. Nobody knows exactly how to handle certain situations, and I'm sure care homeowners are a little bit overwhelmed too, having to constantly stay updated with the policies that are being implemented in order to allow visitors, because they did change the policies. One day they're saying this, one week they're saying don't allow visitors, the next week they're saying this is what you got to do to allow visitors, everyone's got to do this, you could only have this many people in a certain area, so on and so forth, right? And so everyone is just trying to figure it out, and no one really has all the right answers. I especially don't know all the right answers. I'm just trying to go along with what is going on and trying to figure it out just like everybody else, and trying to keep in mind that it's my residents first, it's their families, they are my priority, and then there's my staff, and then there's myself. For myself, I put myself on back end of everything. It's about the families, it's about my staff, it's about them, their safety, their quality of life, and making sure that they are being safe and that I'm keeping them safe. That is my obligation as a care homeowner, and it should be every obligation for a care homeowner. So with that being said, I just want to say for all you care homeowners out there, I sympathize with you, I empathize with you, but we need to make sure that we live up to the part that we make sure that the quality of life of our residents and our families are being taken care of, and that we do allow them to be together, and trying to do our best to follow and implement these policies that are being recommended to us to allow these visitations. So with that being said, if you found this video of value, please hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you have not yet. Feel free to go watch all these other videos and click in the links down below if you're interested in anything that I have to teach. And with that being said, thank you, and I will talk to all of you in the next video. God bless.